Frosty morning, and that's not good for the Rover 45's rather fragile door handles. That feels like it's going to break if I pull it. Oh. Managed it. I'm surrounded by whiteness again. Thought all this nonsense had gone away. Good old petrels though, they always start. Don't matter how cold it gets, they don't seem to bother them. It really is about time I finished this jobby off. I'm not delaying anything, but to just get distracted by other jobs. Other jobs that may not be as important, but maybe more interesting at the time. And now this one's the most interesting. Right then, me old Tinkerbell-Nuts Garden. Time you went back together for the last time. Yes, the last time. The last time this car shall be in bits. I will finally have this thing sorted and the car will be complete again. And what am I doing down this end of the yard? The car's up there. Oh, it's so cold. I'm fed up with this cold and everything that's associated with being cold. I don't want to be cold any longer. Since remending the bonnet catch thingy on this car for the third time, I've opened and closed the bonnet 10 times now. That should be enough. But just in case, I'm going to place the bumper on and try it like that before I bolt it down. I'm going to try that a few more times. It's going to work this time. It's going to work this time. I wanted to get this job finished off before Boaty gets here. And Boaty said he'll be here at 12. It's already 12, so therefore he must be here.
It's coffee time.
We interrupt this generally terrible video.
Deep in my ass, a voice is calling. It's coffee time. Sorry, I was interrupting you. Do continue.
The 75 wants to have some more attention, but this man has turned up, and when this man turns up, all of the attention goes to him.
It's all about me.
It's not
Me.
But you think it does.
Me Monday.
You make it all about you. Gosh, you look rather gammon today.
Gammon, mate.
I'm going to admit that is an excellent idea. You know, it's being respectful to the paint that needs polishing, and it's creating a barrier between the bottom of the cup and the boot lid, so you don't lose any of your heat from your cup into the lid, because that's where it would go.
Your eggs warm.
There's no eggs in there.
Oh. Catastrophically poor piece of broadcasting, and I'm almost ashamed of myself, but
You're going to put it in your video anyway, aren't you?
almost certainly, yes.
yeah,
Must.
course you are. The sound of desperation coming from Boaty's big face. That's right. Are you ready? Are you ready to witness this?
I'm ready.
The moment of truth.
I'm ready.
I've opened and closed this bonnet many a time, but now I put the bumper on. If I close this now, it's going to be really very awkward to get back open should it not want to open. So, if it works this time, I think I can safely say it is fixed. Well done for that thumb. Now, because Boaty has indeed turned up as he promised he would do, he's bound to just come over and interrupt me now, but I'm not going to let him. We're going to have a little drive in his MG.
And this
F.
is Captain Mustard, who was sent by the FSM as a punishment for very bad things that I have done in my youth.
And here is the little motor, a silver MGF. What a cute little car. Well, the cute little car with its engine running, because he always does that. He switches the engine on, leaves it on, not really sure why.
I'm charging my phone for the lunch video.
As we can see, it needs a bit of raising up off the floor because it's a bit low down. That you may say will improve its road holding capabilities, or will just make it incredibly uncomfortable. A bit like having a conversation with this chap. Anyway, one bonus is that it means that Eric will get to have a rest whilst we go to Milkstone Road in that. S323 CTE, S323 CTE. That's the registration of this car. That's the registration of this car. S323 CTE. That's the registration of this car.
3,000 subscribers, and you do have to wonder how.
So let's take a look inside this car, shall we? Let's see if it's the kind of thing that I'd quite like to take on a kind of impromptu test drive. Not a proper test drive for my video, because no, when I do test drives I like to do them properly. I don't just like sling them out and have just some, well, you'll see what I mean if you watch this video. You're bound to label this as Mustard drives my MGT, my MGF. I gotta stop talking. That always happens. I press stop and then you start giggling, proving that you don't want to make me look good.
I'm not in control of you pressing start and stop.
Nope, you're not. Look, there's a nice big fag burn there.
Not me.
Nope,
Not me.
I
That
didn't
was
think
there
it would be.
beforehand, and I can prove it.
Yeah.
It was there on the initial picture.
You don't need to prove it. It's got a slightly worn steering wheel. Authentic. And lots of gear inside, because it doesn't go anywhere without a whole load of recording gear. It's like having it's like a TV man or something.
Can I tell you a little bit about the history of this car?
Is it going to take long?
No.
Go on then.
Interestingly, this is a local car. Now, this car was originally supplied by the... I hate it when he does that. I really do. Originally supplied by the MG Rover dealer in Bury, and it spent all of its early life in Manchester, or as we now must call it, Personchester. And latterly, the car ended up at the MGF and TF specialist in Glossop, from where it was purchased and delivered to the Isle of Wight. And now, Wet Leg has come home.
Very good. There's a better view of the inside, because the sun's behind me rather than in front. I should have learned that lesson by now. I prefer the F to the TF because its face is cuter.
So do I.
Yeah, so does the...
Me too.
It's basically the same thing, but the F is like the young version of the aging TF. Would you agree with that?
Well, no,
well I mean, it is.
The F is older than the TF, and I think you've got that all ass backwards, you great clown.
It's alright, I'm happy with that.
No, it's because it needed cleaning, and when I put the roof down this morning on the way over, I noticed that the previous owner, amongst other things, had left me a cloth and some window and glass cleaner, but not any old window and glass cleaner. Waitrose.
Oh,
now
right.
That is the sort of people that I work with. The people that shop at Waitrose.
You snob. I like it though. I think one of the reasons why I quite like to hang around with Boaty is that it allows me to be a bit snobby as well, because I'm not going to be I'm not going to be able to compete with his level.
Thank God for editing.
I'm not going to be able to compete with his level of snobbery, so I can actually feel like a bit of rough in his company.
Nobody competes with my level of snobbery.
I'm not trying to.
Prime weapons are surprise. Surprise and a ruthless devotion to the... Add two! Rub-a-dub, rub-a-dub-dub. Rub-a-dub-a-dub-dub. Rub-a-dub-a-dub, dub-a-dub-dub, dub-a-dub, rub-a-dub-a-dub.
I knew you was going to do that, because that's what I thought of as well.
You do a rub-a-dub and you just go into it automatically, don't you?
Yeah, and it's very Christmassy today, so why not? Presumably he's kept the engine running so the engine can get up to full working temperature, because he wants me to give it a thrashing. And now probably over to Boaty. First thing I will have to do, I'm afraid, is I am not actually quite as tall as Boaty, so I'm going to move the seat in position to such a degree that he'll complain about it. It's not actually messed my hair up too much.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah. And it was blowing around all over the place as well. It was blowing all around all over the place.
I noticed that. I did spot the blowing.
Did it get in your eye?
No, I managed to avoid that by keeping my eyes closed all the way over here.
That's why you didn't see a perp.
Oh, yeah, How are you? Very well, thanks.
Test drive complete. And I've just shook hands with a man who's whacked me up the arse. That's the truth. Isn't it, Boaty?
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. Look, somebody run into the back of us in a truck and caused an immense amount of damage, which it doesn't look like. You can see the ripple there and the dent there, and we're both injured. Not properly, but our necks do hurt a bit, but it's too late for that because Boaty took a chunk of cash to make it all go away. We're about to have lunch in the caravan, where we've been to Milkston Road.
Oh, it is sweaty.
Yep, and we've got a bag of sweaty chips, and they're sweaty because they've been in that bag for a good 15 minutes longer than what they normally would have done. Wouldn't you say? Caravan feels nice and wobbly today.
Absolutely. Well, I guess this...
Well, we're going to do something a bit unusual now. Oh, right, I see. He's just going off to do one of his bad habits. And then in a second, we're going to do a live stream.
Thing. Oh, two skis. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, to finish my video off that I am making today, I'm just going to go straight to this and see that that has stopped.
No, I think it's still going.
Oh, it's stopped, yes. And so I'm going to put Boaty's live stream in my video. So all of you people there that are watching are now in my video. You're actually a part of the video. And flush out. Oh, Tush Out Tuesday. Tush Out Tuesday. Gosh. Does anybody else want to be part of my video by saying something quite inappropriate right now? You'll definitely be in it.
That's quite a good feature, that.
It is. That's typical. That is. Right. Okay. That was your chance. So, do you know what you look like as well now? You look a little bit like Neil Morrissey, but uglier.
Thanks for that. I knew there'd be a sting in the tail. And I like it. Bastard.